Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at the core class Steeljaw. Now I love the yellow that they've used here, and I love all cat-like transformers, so getting this Steeljaw is a no-brainer for me. But is it worth the core class price? Let's take a deeper look at core class Steeljaw. Right off the bat, this is him in his cassette mode. I think this whole toy might benefit from a lot of this gunship grey or dark grey that they've used here. Like here, they would really benefit from that. And I'll point out a few places in robot mode where it would benefit from that as well. This toy does come with two accessories. This one is a speaker that Blaster can shove his fist into, and he could use that as a weapon. There's a 3mm port here that supports a blast effect, which is cool. This thing does come off. I presume if you want to peg this into Blaster's hand, then you don't really want that piece hanging off. Another quote-unquote accessory he comes with is this lion tail. I don't really like how this is an accessory and not incorporated into the robot mode, because you can't not have this in robot mode, or else it'll look really weird. I'll show it off in a bit. I do really like the gold that they've used here as well. Taking a look at Steeljaw himself, this is the backside of the toy and the sides of the lion head. I do like that they've included the dark grey for the sides of the lion head. To be fair, I would prefer that they've included it here than here, to be honest, so they've sort of made the right choice if they had to choose between one of them. And with the lion tail pegged in, it normally pegs in here in robot mode, but with the lion tail pegged in, it cannot fit into Kingdom Blaster's chest, so that's a sort of downside. Size comparison wise, I don't have a lot of Soundwaves cassettes with me. I only have, I think, Laserbeak. There's Bumblebee Movie Ravage, and then there's Fast Action Battlers Frenzy for some reason. But now we get into transformation, and this is where we sort of determine whether he's worth the core class price. He transforms into his lion mode in 6 steps. So first, we bring out his lion head right here. It only goes up to like this far, and then you close it up together. It doesn't really close together really well. Like there's a peg and a port here. But then when you collapse them together, it doesn't really hold into place super well. So I might have to tighten up that port, but you really shouldn't have to do that yourself. Angle this head upwards like so. And then there you have this cute little snake that's sort of like a successor. I can't really say its name. Slitherfang. Okay, let's get back to the transformation. We're almost there because he's super simple. Rotate the guns upwards like so, and then untab the legs like so. So not untab it, just fold them downwards, and then fold the front paws downwards as well. Last thing you want to do is just to rotate these guns upwards so they're pointing, like Ravage's direction. And there we have core class Steeljaw in his lion mode. And as I mentioned before, without this tailpiece, he looks super weird. I don't know, this is really growing on me now, looking through the camera lens. I love how boxy and stupid he looks, but to complete the robot mode look, let's complete him by pegging on the lion tail. It is on a 5mm port. There's a 5mm peg on the back of Steeljaw. It's quite frustrating that these wing pieces also constantly fall off as well. There we go. And there we have Steeljaw complete in his lion mode. Let's just fix up the guns. And yeah, I really like the lion head sculpt here. I think it perfectly captures the G1 look of the character, and I really hope that if they redo Ravage sometime in the near future for, let's say, SS86, that he has this sort of type of face rather than the type of dog type face that they've kept on using. He turns into this super small lion. When you put like Bumblebee Movie Ravage next to him, he's sort of the same size. Like, obviously, he's not as long, but height-wise, they are the same. And I think they made up for that lack of size with that, this accessory. I'll show this off later as well. Let's bring in core class Cheetor as well. Yeah, these two look like father and son in terms of the size, and they're the same price. I got mine at Eon Style in Hong Kong, and they keep on doing this 15% off all toys. So luckily I got this at sort of £9, £10. I got them at £8, and that still sort of feels slightly too high for me. Let's bring in sort of this one. Battle Masters Rhinox, and he is £4 compared to the £8 discounted I got for Steeljaw. And I know that they're going for completely different things, but he transforms in like 4 steps, he transforms in only 6 steps, and this definitely does not worth £5. So if you want to get Steeljaw, you're in slightly a bit of a difficult situation, because all the cassettes, in my opinion, except for Bumblebee Movie Rumble, have been super hard to find in the aftermarket, or like really super marked up in price. So it's best if it's cheapest if you get them when they come out. But yeah, so I think £10, £9 for a core class for Steeljaw is the cheapest you're going to get him. For articulation, he has that transformation joint that allows him to look down, look up. His paw can wiggle back and forth. It's not super loose on this pin, which I appreciate. I would appreciate if they painted his forearms grey, sort of like Ravage here. Like this would be yellow and this would be yellow, but this is grey. So I would hope that they applied that paint job to Steeljaw as well, especially at that marked up price. His back legs have the same articulation, but when you articulate his hind legs, his gun rotates with it. So if you want to, angle his foot backwards, you have to fix his gun so it points back upwards like that. His little thigh cannons are Blast Effects compatible as well. You just angle them up, and he's a little fierce buddy for Blaster. It's kind of cute. That's why I say, okay, he's not worth the core class price, but I'm really happy I have him as well. Obviously, if you have like sort of £9 only to spend on, let's say, a warrior class from Earthspark versus a core class from SS86, then I'd say go for the warrior class, especially if it's Twitch. She's brilliant. If you unpeg his tail and revert him back to this little weird cat mode, he has a waist swivel. He has this joint. I don't really know why. Because, if you're a cat, you're not going to pose like this, right? I don't have a cat, I have a bunny in real life. So I don't know if cats really walk like this. No, this is just me making a joke. Of course, cats don't walk like this. But yeah, if you pull off the tail, you can access that waist joint. But you need the tail, To finish off the accessories, you need to peg this piece back in, tap it in like so. And then you utilize the 5mm peg and port and peg that into Steeljaw's back. And there you have a portable cat radio. I know this is kind of stupid, but I kind of like it as well, because it makes him look fuller. Yeah, he's a bit overpriced for a core class, but looking at that little cute lion head, I think it's all worth it for me, personally. This just makes me happy. Because I don't have Blaster, I use this as a feeding bowl for Steeljaw. I'm going to angle the camera slightly upwards so you can take a closer look at what he's doing. And there he is eating from the bowl. You can pour some milk into this speaker thing, and brilliant. Love it. 10 out of 10. Final thoughts. So if you love Steeljaw as a character and character design like I do, I would suggest you to pick him up now, because in the aftermarket I could see him skyrocket in price. But if you just want something to shove into Blaster's chest, you don't really have to have Steeljaw, especially if you have to pay core class price and you don't think he's worth it. Just skip him in general. But that's it for now. I think he's really cute. I'm really happy I made the purchase. Do you think he's worth the core class price? Let me know in the comments below. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and goodbye.